Hello gorgeous. I know my hair needs to be touched up / washed, but I don't care. But yes, anyway, it's Simpsons Sunday, where I talk about Simpsons on a Sunday. Although I'm not really talking about Simpsons today, more Simpsons related thing. Now don't get me wrong, The Simpsons is a great show and like it definitely benefits from being watched over and over and over again. But I don't know about you, but I sometimes get stuck in a rut where I'm like, okay, I need to watch something else, but I don't know what to watch. Well, that's why I'm here. So today I'm going to be naming shows that you should watch if you're a fan of The Simpsons. The first show I'm going to mention is Family Guy. No, I don't hate you that much. No, the actual first show I'm going to mention is Community. Community is just wonderful. It's hilarious, it's quotable, it's just filled with references and all sorts of stuff like that. The characters are just so strong. It really reminds me of like season 4 Simpsons, so if that's one of your favourite seasons, which I know is a lot of people's, then this show will be great for you. Community does have its ups and downs, but I'd say the best series of it are probably series 2 and series 3. It's honestly such an amazing show, so if you've never watched it before, then do, because it's great. And the next show I'm going to talk about is Futurama. Kind of an obvious choice because it was created also by Matt Groening, as was The Simpsons, and there's a lot of common writers and animators on it. Futurama, it's great, it's funny, it's pretty much the same format as Simpsons, so if you like watching shows which are like 20 minutes long, loads of gags, completely layered, then this will be perfect. It's a great show. Like, even the pilot is just phenomenal, so watch that and keep going with it if you love it, which you probably will. The fourth show I'm going to talk about is Parks and Recreation. Now, if you know anything about me, this is just going to sound like I'm just suggesting it because I like Parks and I think it's underrated. However, I think Parks and Recreation is a perfect show to watch after watching Simpsons. It's a really funny show. I think the main similarity with it and Simpsons is Springfield and Pawnee, which is the fictional city in Parks and Rec. Pawnee is basically just a live action Springfield. Just think if you made a show about like Springfield politics in live action in a mockumentary format. That's what Parks and Rec is. It's hilarious, it's quotable, it's funny, characters are pretty strong. Yeah, I love it, and it's nearly been a year since it ended and I am still crying. I'll never get over it. The fifth show I'm going to talk about is Cheers. I feel like since Cheers became before Simpsons, unlike a lot of the other shows I mentioned on this list, Simpsons actually probably took some inspiration from Cheers, I think, just because it's like one of the great sitcoms before it. But yes, Cheers is brilliant, I think. I think it's one of the best sitcoms of all time. It's hilarious. I feel like the similarities between Simpsons and Cheers is Cheers kind of has, you know, it's funny and it's quirky and it has that kind of farcical element to it, but there's like another level where it kind of gets deep and you really actually care about those characters like they're your quirky family. Kind of like the feeling I get from like season 2 of Simpsons I get from Cheers. I definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Simpsons because I think it's great. And Sam Simon worked on it, who, you know, is the best person ever. And the sixth show I'm going to mention is a show which I've already talked about in here, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. You can go to that video if you want. Mission Hill. I've kind of spoken about it a lot in that video, but I guess when you're comparing it to Simpsons, I guess the similarities are it's really funny, it's packed with jokes and references, really quirky, crazy characters. It's like this community Mission Hill, just like Springfield, for example. Yeah, I really like Mission Hill, so there you go. But yeah, so those are all the shows I have for you today. You can't really deny how much Simpsons has influenced like modern comedy shows, or a lot of TV shows in general. Not just cartoons and not just sitcoms, but just like TV in general, just the world in general. So obviously there's going to be a lot more shows than the shows I've like mentioned here, so let's just say this is part 1 because I might make another video of these, and if you have any suggestions then leave them in the comments. And yeah, I strongly suggest you check out the shows I mentioned today. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you, bye. Oh god, I just hit myself in the face. That was not good. Don't do that, Molly. Also, I had a pen in my hand for this whole video if you didn't notice, because I was writing down notes on the shows. I can't make a video without my notes. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.